So I want to thank everybody for making it out this evening to celebrate. This is a celebration of all of us. It's a celebration of my mother, who gave birth to me 50 years ago at 10:39 p.m. So she was in labor right now. I was born at 10:39, so what do you think? So anyway, this is going to be about a 10-15 minute spiel, so you all are going to have to bear with me because I only turned 50 once. But I am extremely overwhelmed by everybody taking time to share this special day with me and my mother. We have people that have flown in from San Francisco, Atlanta, Baltimore, Miami, 2 blocks away. So everybody has Philly. Everybody has made an effort to share in this special time for us all. This is the first birthday that I've had any of my friends at any of my parties. Okay, so 20, 21, 30, 40, it was all family and stuff, but I really wanted this to be an opportunity for you all to kind of learn about my journey to today. So 1967 was a real tough year for my mother. We were reminiscing a few weeks back. She was pregnant with me, and she lost her father. Was it May 31st?
May 26th.
May 26th, 1967. So that was tough. A couple of months later, the Detroit riots actually took place. If anybody heard about the movie that just came out, I was born 3 weeks after that. So just a really tough time in Detroit, in the country. And to make it even crazier, we had a number of family members come to Detroit ahead of my mother bringing me on board. And I had a cousin that came in from Philly that went to my aunt's cousin's farm. This is my Aunt Sue, my godmother, and literally playing on the farm and cut his toe off. So all of this kind of stuff happened literally within 3 or 4 weeks of me coming along, and it forced them to stay to wait for me to come on board. But anyhow, this is an amazing time for me, and it's really great for everyone to really take the time just to hear a little bit about this. It's extra special because the history in here will kind of tie everything together in terms of why you're all here. So number one, I'm going to go back to my closest and oldest friend, Michael Jones. His mother is right over here. She just celebrated her 80th birthday. This is Margaret Jones. Jonesy was not able to make it. He and his wife were stuck at work in Chicago, ironically. But Mrs. Jones has watched us since the 3rd grade, and it, there were plenty of nights where the phone would ring at 10, 11, and I would have to, I wasn't playing dumb because I never lied to Miss Jones, but she was like, "Chip, where is Chris?" I'm like, "Miss Jones, look, I don't know, keep me out of that, okay?" So, the next part of this story is that Chris convinced me to go to Cedar Grove Academy. That's the school that I graduated from in 1985. And I had the pleasure of meeting my high school basketball coach, David Montgomery, who was kind enough to come in from LA to celebrate. And he and I stayed in contact, and I convinced him to block his calendar because, you know, August is a tough month. You got kids going back to school and what have you. But he was kind enough to come out and share this time with us. The reason why I say that is because, in case you all didn't know, I was pretty shy growing up, and I wasn't very self-confident. But I did have a love for basketball, and Coach Montgomery was responsible for getting me to a basketball camp called 5 Star, which is where I was able to compete with the top talent from '84 and '85, and I ultimately won. I earned a scholarship to Iona College in New Rochelle, where I played for 4 years and earned my MBA. The joke of the picture that is right behind you all, that was my first game in college against the University of North Carolina at Carmichael Arena. And we proceeded to get our asses kicked, 110 to 67. So the worst ass whipping I got was my first game in college. And of course, I put that picture up just so that I could stay on track. Sean and Peggy here? Yeah. Sean and Peggy, please come forward, please.
You're not calling me out.
Yes, I am. Come on. Seriously. So Sean and I, we flew back from Carolina to New Rochelle, and Sean was a reporter for the campus newspaper, and I'm walking down the hall, walking down campus, and he's like, "Hey, tough night last night, right?" And that actually started the friendship that we've had since 1985. Sean celebrated his 50th birthday December 21st, 2016. So we got a lot of birthdays to acknowledge. Sean was and has been, you know, a very, very close and dear friend of mine throughout that time. He and Randall Hayden, who I'll introduce in a little bit, were my rocks through probably the most difficult time in my life back in 95, 96 time frame. My friend Melanie Piggott is here. She came in from the Orlando, Florida area. They all were very, very near and dear to me in that time of my life, and really kind of gave me, you know, the baseline to really kind of take things in a different direction. The reason why I've kind of brought those things together is because everything that has transpired from Detroit to Philadelphia to this moment has led me to all of you and led you to me, and I'm really emotional about that. We love you, Chip. So I've got family here that I want to acknowledge. My cousin Denise and Jay and Jennifer Chappelle are in from Baltimore. Denise, Jay, and Jennifer were kind enough to come up from Baltimore. Denise will be celebrating her 70th birthday. So I'm calling everybody out tonight. It's 2 minutes to 10:39, so I'm just going to have a few people come up. Uncle Richard, please. This is my mother's brother, Richard Womack. So when I was a kid, when we were in Detroit, Uncle Richard, literally, we were playing in a living room in Detroit one day, and he stretched me out and said, "You're gonna be pretty tall one of these days." And I was like, "Come on, man, seriously?" 6'6", so it actually worked. I gotta introduce my beautiful wife, Vivian. Come, please. There's a lot of dates that are really significant here. I have friends that I've been close to for 20, 25, 30, and 40 years. I actually met this beautiful woman in November of 97. So this is a lot of good things. A lot of good things going on here. And it's been a long journey, but we really just want to thank everybody for sharing this evening with us. And I'm gonna do a little game here, because birthdays are really, really important to me. So I don't know everybody's birthday here, but I'm gonna call out some birthdays just to show you how important this is to me. So Ron Mitchell's March 23rd, right? Ken DePonte is July 6th, right? Marlon O'Brien, March 18th. Jennifer Chappelle, August 27th, all right? Jay Chappelle, November 15th. Colin Meadows is February 3rd, right? Zora Foote is July 2nd. Chris Young, January 14th. And my
Is this a dementia checkup?
It's working. Namdi Indro, one of my dearest friends, his birthday is August 20th, so we're celebrating 19th and the 20th. One of our newest friends, Paul and Melanie. Paul's birthday, I just found out, is today. So we got multiple celebrations. My mother was March 28th. Uncle Richard is November 22nd. March 3rd. March 3rd. Hansu, November 11th? Okay. And Jeanette Pina, one of my favorite and best girlfriends of all time, is March 21st. So there's a lot of Pisces, there's a lot of everything here. So I really, really, really appreciate this. Oh, and John, this gentleman right here, his birthday is the same day as my all-time favorite baseball player, Derek Jeter. That's June 26th, right? 24th. Got one wrong. I apologize. But anyway, I apologize. But this is, I will never, ever forget this. And I really, really appreciate you all taking time to celebrate with us. This is my life. This is my mother's life. And I'm officially born now, so and one last thing. So 50 seems to mean a whole lot today. My wife and I have been living at 50 Day Street for the last 2.5 years, and as of this day, my mother is no longer claiming me as her son because I'm too old. So now I'm her 50-year-old nephew. And the last thing is that my mother is traveling to her 50th state on Monday.
Alaska!
So she's going to Alaska. So I thank you all from every part of my heart and my soul. And leave your birthdays, and I promise when I turn 100, I'll remember every single one. And thank you. Thank you all very much.
If I could, just briefly, I am so proud of my son. It was probably, you know, you have a few happy days in your life. It was probably one of the paramount to give birth to a child, and a very special feeling that you have. It's nothing like being a parent, and certainly a first-time parent. So this is my number one. He told you a lot of things about that year, which were very significant. But I want to jump ahead to when he was in high school and say that I had a nephew who used to follow him around, and I was complaining because while he was playing for Mr. Montgomery, he wanted 2 pairs of sneakers, not Mr. Montgomery, Curtis, and they were $60 a pair. So one had to be for practice and one had to be for games. And I used to say, oh my goodness, I can't do this. So my nephew Rick said, Aunt Marion, he's going to get a scholarship to college. So stop stressing and just buy those sneakers. Well, sure enough, he got an NCAA grant and aid to Iona. So we paid for him to get back and forth between Philly and Iona. We paid for him to we bought his clothes and we gave him an allowance. But other than that, he has taken care of himself ever since he turned 18. And I think that's something to be very proud of. I just have a little card that I wanted to read to him for a special son. There's no sweeter mystery than a son. You hold him fast asleep in your arms and wonder what he's dreaming. You watch him at play, his imagination taking him someplace you can't quite follow. You see his interests, his tastes, his talents taking shape, all the while guessing at what he's thinking. You look at the man he's grown up to be and marvel at how everything came together to make him who he is. You see in him so much you always hoped for, so much you never could have dreamed. And it's all a part of your love for him. It's all a part of why you're so proud to have him for a son. Happy birthday, with much love and pride.
Sorry.
Wait, the cake is about to dripping.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chip. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Okay, my turn. Good job, guys. Okay, so we cannot get away from the evening
Winning Powerball ticket.
without wearing this.
Go, Dwayne, go!
Old dude.
Is that Big Daddy?
Then you need these decision dice.
Decision dice.
All right,
Looks possible.
whether you're going to take a nap now or later. And then, of course, let's see, you're going to need these.
My deep glasses. Okay. Yes, this is
That's a
about
photo
right.
op. That's a photo op. Everybody, that's a photo op. So, we can joke about this because now he's on the other side of 50 with me, and it feels really good. This man is amazing, and that is proven by the fact that who you all are, who are amazing people that are in his life, in our lives, We have an amazing life, we have amazing children, amazing family, and we're just grateful, we're thankful. And the day that I met this man, or at least laid eyes on this man, I knew he was very special, very, very special. And he's got such a bright, someone here tonight said to me, his light is so bright and it glows and it just shines over everybody. And he, as Chris Young says, has never met a stranger. Has never met a stranger. My husband says hello to everyone, every dog, cat, everybody. I mean, he embraces humanity, and I am so proud of him. And I am privileged to be his wife, and I'm privileged to now step into the next phase of our lives, and it is going to be the best.
Amen.
Thank you all very, very much. Let's eat. I haven't eaten. I've had a couple of drinks. I'm way behind. So.
And thank you, everybody, please.
Thank you for
coming.
everything.
Not
Everything.
far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.